built up in my jewel house. Jewel house is actually an orchid, special orchid house, which requires a lot of light, but not wetness. So, so you have to install a transparent roof. The only problem that I didn't know that time was how much light. How much light. So I have to call Multi after I constructed the whole house. Then Multi finally tells us it has to be 20,000 watt all the time. So it's a lot of light. Okay, a lot of light. But allowing a lot of light under transparent roof will increase the temperature inside the building. At that time when we measured, it was 47 degrees Celsius. No plant will survive. And I, as an architect, think light. Okay? Never think the consequences of having those intense light is basically increase of temperature up to 47 degrees Celsius. Then I do corrective measure. So the first thing that I thought that I never tried is actually sprinkle the roof. So the evaporative technique. So we spend some money putting up this technology on top of the roof, sprinkle the money at certain time of the day. They only pick up or take only 1 degree Celsius after spending all this money. So this book, Manual of Tropical Housing, says ignore evaporative technique. I read that book every year. Every year means once a year. Right? I cannot say every day because there are so many other books. So, okay, before I go into my class. But I forgot about it. So I still install and try. Now I believe that it is not at all working in this country. So don't spend your time on sprinkling your roof, flushing the roof with water. It might look beautiful, but it may not do the best job. QC is conduction, QV is heat transfer through ventilation. And of course you have all this mechanical system and interior equipment, which is electrical and bring heat into the space. And QF is solar. This is the biggest culprit. Quantity of heat coming from solar radiation. So this is almost like more than 75% of the heat that your building will receive. So why not spend a lot of time on this 75%? Don't spend time on this ignore factor. Okay? So what does it the one that worked very well in my study is that ventilators. Okay? So the system that I installed for self-flushing on the roof is 20,000 ringgit. The ventilator that I can find somewhere in very old shop houses in Suda is 250 ringgit. And I install that on top of the roof. It pick up 5 degrees Celsius anytime. So 250 ringgit pick up 5 degrees Celsius. 20,000 ringgit only pick up 1 degree Celsius. Right? So don't believe in technology. Alright. I'm not trying to but what I'm going to say to you here is that, take some pain to actually understand your climate. You save a lot of money. Not just because you save energy, you save also on materials. Or inappropriate materials. Okay? Why go for technology with high cost when you can just easily do it without no cost? If you can save your client money, that is the most honorable things to do. Read chapter number 1 as becoming an architect. What is the chapter say? Okay? I'm not going to let you know what the chapter says. Read it. Then you realize that becoming an architect is not as easy as what you think. There is an ethic issue which is very important. Okay, and then of course you have all the heat accumulated inside. And it will be trapped. This one you receive from the sun. But again, like I said, 75% coming from this component, so you have to make sure that when you reach, you mitigate them, you At the same time, you also protect them from not coming close to your building. Okay? Run from the sun, if you can do. If not, do sun controlling measure. It's very simple, very easy to remember. Now, how do I do it? This is my building. I will tell you about the building I have done. So, I always believe in, when you design in tropical climate, it's all about sheltering. It's about shelter. It's believing in shelter, not bus shelter. In other words, bus shelter in India is all glass. No one sits underneath the bus shelter. Unbelievable in my own campus. After I told them so. Okay, your beautiful bus shelter, no one stays underneath the bus shelter. It is damn hot. Yeah? You say yes, you love about it, but we're putting all these things around us. It's the new toys that no one uses. Okay? So what is shelter? Shelter is to shelter us from rain, from sun. It has to be safe and comfortable. Of course, you must shelter also from animals inside. Okay? We see the sun, but we are not wild. From this one. When we define how do we achieve this idea of shelter. So you look at this, this is my optic gallery. Okay? This is a gallery where people will walk, and we put all different types of optics throughout the gallery. Very natural, some is hang, and some is actually wrapped around the column, and some is actually defined along the corridor by our landscape architect. But not realizing that we are doing this for the people, but not for the object. I don't have this in the brain. The object goes one side, the other goes the other side. We take a photo, we laugh at it and say, wow, a nice perspective. But that nice perspective is because we don't understand object. Object means light, and I love the light, so it starts searching for light. Right? So when we open up this, put in some light, then the object starts getting straighter again. You know, what does it mean? If you put people in, it's the same thing. The only thing is that people can shout at you. It's even worse, right? The object cannot talk to you, but it gives you indicators like slanting to the right? So believe me, if you design for people, people will shout at you. In our case, we say if they curse 41 times, you got it, right? In our culture, if somebody curses you more than 40 times, you are sure that the curse will come to you. And don't do that in architecture. There are people cursing you more than 40 times. Yeah? Like opening the door, toilet, which could not open totally because the WC is very close to the door. Don't do that. People curse you every time they go into the toilet. Cubicles. Okay, and then of course we have to look at how building functions. Yeah? Building in my perception is climatic risk. So again, it has to shelter, but building is not a sheet of paper within the environment. So whatever you draw in the studio on the paper, if you put it on the side, it has to perform. Now there is a lot of computer simulation. So try learn a few, and then see whether what you draw actually performs. In the computer, it is at least as good as. Why? Because I believe in the computer, even though I don't really know how to use those simulations. A lot of my PhD students around me, so they will show me how the whole thing works. And when we put it on the side, it is almost. Yeah? So now we have the technology. That is a good technology. So use it before you design your building on the side. Yeah? Simulate the performance of your building. So of course, this is important. I especially put here because I'm going to this next. Building has envelope. Building has envelope. Okay, so before that, if you want to be an architect in this climate, you have to have this in yourself. Okay, appreciate your climate. How many of you bring umbrella today? No? I always had a softy boys bring umbrella in my class when I do survey. every semester I teach environmental village.